Welcome to another episode of the A.K.A podcast, A.K.A the podcast where we ask questions like, is the World Cup ticket lottery racist? Who will be more lost? Me in the Premier League segment or Amr in the NBA segment? And how do we eliminate international breaks and still have the World Cup? Any ideas, guys? Because I'm so bored.
Yeah,
What
I mean, there's
what I was gonna say is what they're gonna do. I think next year, or maybe even the upcoming international break, is that they're basically gonna collapse two or three international breaks into one really long one.
do we
That
like that though? That just
that
sounds like
doesn't.
we get extremely bored, you know?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
I
but it's
guess
like at
it's
least you're
like you
bored
get it out of
once.
the way. Yeah, you get it
Yeah,
out of the way. Yeah,
But
that
forget
makes
about the
sense.
season, bro. Halfway through, I'm just gonna forget about it. Like, it's gonna be like I play. And listen, as Barcelona fans, what we've experienced with international breaks, especially with the recent injuries, a month-long international break might mean that we don't have no players left.
Yeah.
Okay, like we might be walking out with Barca B.
The only
So
sports that are on right now is the NFL, which, like, again, my fantasy team in the mud, and then college football. Congratulations, Karam, on the A&M win, still undefeated.
yeah,
Cal got wrecked by. Oh, they were on bye this week, but they got wrecked by Duke the week before. And then baseball playoffs, which
no,
I have
keep
not been
going. You're
watching
missing a
at all.
sport. You're missing a
I'm
sport.
missing a sport. I don't know. What are you talking about? Oh, WWE.
Of course.
Yeah, I guess if you want to call it a sport,
Wrong break.
I don't think I like WWE. I'm a WWE fan, but I don't classify it as a sport. To me, it's more like
Sports,
a performance, like a stage performance. That's how I see it.
sports entertainment. Sports entertainment.
Yeah. All right. So this is how I kind of alluded to in the intro. But this is how today's episode is going to work, given the international break and how bored we are. We're going to have two segments. The first one we're going to start out with is the NBA segment. So the NBA is coming up in just a couple of weeks. And so we decided that today we're going to do our predictions for the end of season awards. Next week, we'll do our final predictions for the season in terms of seeding and maybe even like playoff runs and eventual champion. And we'll see if we want to do all NBA teams prior to the season or wait, maybe do that like towards the middle. And then the second segment we're going to do is a cool idea that I believe Amran Khanam got from the SDS podcast. It's a draft segment. I'm just saying, like, we're
I
not
want
gonna
to say
take
something
credit
real
for
quick.
it.
Let me just stop you
Yeah,
real quick. They
yeah.
copied our idea of the
Okay.
rankings of the top strikers. Those SDS frauds, haywans, all of them
Okay,
haywans.
okay. Well, the way that's going to work is that we're going to randomize through Premier League teams, and then we're going to take turns picking one player from the team that pops up, one player each, and we're going to try and form until we have a full starting 11, and then we'll compare at the end, and then we'll have a 12th team in case we want to do one sub at the end. So yeah, let's get started with these NBA predictions. I'm really excited for the season. I actually just got tickets to watch the Lakers play the Spurs in January. I didn't get tickets; it was a birthday gift, but still, um, really excited for that. And we can get more into Lakers stuff later. So let's start with some of the less interesting awards, possibly given how this season is looking. Rookie of the Year. So it was a pretty top-heavy rookie class. I'm just gonna go ahead and start because I don't think this should come as a surprise to anyone. But I think Cooper Flag, he is one of the most NBA ready prospects we've seen in a while. And it's crazy given that he's 18. His twin brother actually just started college basketball. They're twins, but Cooper started early, I guess. But I still think that he's really NBA ready. I think that the Mavs are going to give him a lot of playing time. He's looked good in the preseason. To me, I'm not going to complicate things too much. I'm going to go with the number one pick. Cunham, do you agree?
I don't agree. Okay,
Whoa,
let me
all
tell
right.
you.
I kind of saw
Honestly,
this coming,
honestly,
but
let me tell you. I know you're saying that it's easy, but I'll just say, like, looking across the board, we have so many rookies that have the potential to win it, not due to even necessarily being better than Cooper Flag. I don't think they might be better than Cooper Flag. It's just the role that they'll be given within their teams in order to flourish. Whereas Cooper Flag, I think, will be going in expecting to be playing winning basketball. And of course, as we know, if you're going to play on a team that emphasizes winning basketball, he's going to sacrifice himself. And if there's a chance that Cooper Flag wins it regardless, if we have faith in the people that are voting to be able to take into account the impact on winning that he may have towards this Mavericks team if they do have a lot of winning percentages, is just looking at how the rookie of the year is usually voted based off. It's usually very purely stats. We don't really care about what type of contribution you've made into winning in your rookie year. We care about what you have done towards stats wise, for example. So before I even provide my pick, I mean, like, there's people like Edgecombe who looks like a great fit with the 76ers. You have Dylan Harper who looks great as well. We have like Ace Bailey, for example, who's going to get a ridiculous amount of shots for the Jazz. But my pick, and sadly, it actually is a Longhorn, so I'm kind of going across over there and kind of supporting someone from that side. I want to say supporting, but I'm going to go with Trey Johnson, the Washington
Interesting.
Wizards.
Okay.
I think he was a prolific scorer, like an amazing scorer when he was in, like, of course, college basketball, and just watching his games with the Wizards so far, it's been very clear that, like, the shots he's gonna get is ridiculous. The guy's gonna be able to take as much shots as he wants. I think not too long ago, and like I think the game against the Knicks, if I've got it right here, he got 10 points in 14 minutes. Now again, that is kind of floating around the same numbers as Cooper Flag had, Edgecombe had, Harper had, and lots of the top picks did. But I'm just gonna go with Trey Johnson based off the amount of shots I saw him be able to get, and based off the fact that I think Rookie of the Year is based off a stats race rather than the impact of winning race that Cooper Flag will have.
Yeah, I think that the rookie of the year, it's very common that the winner is not usually the preseason favorite or the number one pick. Usually something goes wrong. But what I will say is that looking at the Wizards depth chart, are you 100% confident that Trey Johnson is going to start games for them? I mean, currently he is second in the depth chart, or third in the depth chart, sorry, to CJ McCollum and Cam Whitmore.
Mhm. Yeah, so I definitely think you'll get more minutes than Cam. Like, I think you will be held at a higher priority than Cam Whitmore. I think looking for me was more about a realization that happened after the next preseason game, where I kind of saw it and I was like, no, they're gonna put a lot of faith in this guy to score, and I think he can score, and he looked comfortable scoring. Um, I think as time goes along, no, he will be a starter for this team. They will sacrifice somehow, and don't get me wrong, I if they need to, they will play a combo guard with him next to Trey Johnson next to CJ McCollum, because McCollum can play the point now as well as his, like, kind of his career has gone along. So
Mhm.
I still have faith in him, but for me, it's really just about, like, my chances this year. If Cooper Flag got put on the Jazz, I think this would be a clear favorite. And I think
Mhm.
Cooper Flag is by far the best player in this class. I have no doubt about that. That goes a lot to his defensive end. But I think the reason why I said Trey Johnson in a weird way isn't even the faith that specifically Trey Johnson will be winning it, but that I believe it's not going to come from Cooper Flag purely due to that reason. And I think that
Yeah.
other players playing on teams that are not that much in contention for winning, they usually end up getting it. So I think it'll go to some one of them. So maybe if it's not Trey Johnson, I see Edgecombe having a great chance to get it in this team where he gets to play like a very big wing role and gets to have a lot of the ball in his hands. And Ace Bailey, who will be allowed to shoot as much as he wants on the Jazz. So I
Mhm.
think it's
Yeah.
more about I'd actually have much higher chances in my own head that Cooper Flag isn't going to be the one to win it, if that makes
Mhm.
sense.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say that I agree with you that often winning is not considered very heavily when it comes to Rookie of the Year. But let's say that the Mavs have a great season. Kyrie comes back, AD is healthy, Cooper Flag plays up to his potential. We have a team that could be a top seed in the West, not the top, but one of the top seeds in the West. And I think, given all the hype around Cooper Flag, I could see the voters taking that into consideration. But I totally understand what you mean in terms of opportunity or how much ball usage each one of these rookies is going to get. Cooper Flag is definitely not at the top of that list. Someone you didn't mention is Con Knipple, who I think, outside of Cooper Flag, is a player whose play style translates pretty well to the NBA.
Mhm.
He's going to be on a Charlotte Hornets team where I think he's going to start, and I think he's going to have strong minutes. And he's a great shooter, and shooting, as long as the shooting translates, he's going to be very solid for them. So that's potential as well.
Did you guys take a look at the odds by chance? Or no?
I did not know. I assume Cooper Flag is like, let me guess,
Yeah.
negative 200.
Okay, and then that's your guess for Cooper Flag. And what would you think the second most, what his odds would be?
His, I mean, who the second most is, or what his odds are.
I mean, there's like a tie for the rest of the odds, pretty much. Like three, four guys are tied.
Yeah, I mean,
What number do you think?
for who? Yeah.
The second to fourth, the odds,
Second to fourth, like plus 1,000.
which includes Edgecombe, Trey Johnson, Harper, and Bailey.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
each one of them are probably plus 1,000.
Yeah, plus 1,000.
Yeah.
Cooper Flags minus 170. You were very close.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I mean that makes sense. I think that like it's an easy bet. There's one more award on here that we can probably get to right now that where I think it's an even more obvious decision, but Karam surprised me once already, so I'm not going to make those assumptions anymore.
Can I guess
Sure.
first, like before you guys? No, like first, tell me the award, like just so we're on the
Oh,
same
you
page.
want to know the award? You shouldn't need to know the award.
Is
It
it
should be
defensive?
obvious.
Defensive player?
Yeah,
Okay.
of course.
It would be.
Of course it's Wemby. I mean, he was the runaway favorite before he got hurt last season. I guess he had blood clots. I don't know if hurt is the right word for it, but it did take him out for the season. And so I think it's completely reasonable that he is going to be the heavy favorite again this year. So yeah, I had Wemby. Karam, I assume you also had Wemby.
I'll be honest. So I actually don't think. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking. I think Wembanyama. I don't see a world where he is not the favorite going into any season for the next 10 years being a defensive player of the year. I think
Yeah,
it's gonna like. There's no world. I think we just look at last season where it was such a lopsided. That it was going to be Wembanyama before the blood clots happened and he did not hit the minimum game requirement. If he even hit the minimum game requirement and missed the last 20 games of not 20 games, like let's he missed the last 17 games of the season
yeah,
and hit the game requirement,
he would have won it.
he
Yeah,
still would have won it. So it's
yeah,
kind of a situation where it either requires someone exactly like Wembanyama to enter the league. I think the only question is that we kind of have um, is there potential for someone in the future to enter the league and be put in a situation where we acknowledge that they might be defensively better than Wembanyama, just not as flashy? I think
yeah.
Wembanyama, because he struggles sometimes with those bigger centers, and I feel like maybe we don't take that into account as much, but the amount he can do with those blocks and the amount that he does play, like have those flashy moments, kind of makes it so it is lopsided. But I do wonder if there is going to be a time where we kind of get that voter fatigue with Wembanyama over time, because I'm talking about like he could go win it for 4 years in a row.
Yeah, I mean,
And is
if
it going to
he's
be a point?
that,
Yeah. Mhm.
if he was as dominant as he was last season, I don't think voter fatigue. Like, I don't even think with voter fatigue, you at least have to have a justification in mind. So I think that it's unlikely. But the question that I had for you before we continue on that point is, let's say, I mean, I don't wish this on anyone, especially not Wemby, who I think is like a lot of fun to watch. Let's say Wemby does continue to have injury problems. Who do you think could jump in and win Defensive Player of the Year? Last year it was Evan Mobley.
Mhm.
Who do you think could jump into that conversation this year?
Shout out to
Or
Evan Mobley, by the way. Like,
yeah.
nah, because we just need to acknowledge that's my boy.
You
That's my
did.
boy.
You were saying. I remember when I had my fantasy basketball draft his rookie year. You told me to draft him, and I did. And I gave up on him a little early and traded him, and he popped
Yeah,
off
I have him
after.
every single year in fantasy, whether that means I trade for him or draft for him.
Mhm.
To be honest, I maybe I didn't put too much thought into this question, but the first name that comes to my mind, who I feel like deserves that Defensive Player of the Year if he plays a role in, of course, playing in a winning team, which could help. Which again, Defensive Player of the Year maybe doesn't always come down to that. Is I think Anthony Davis does deserve it at some point in his
That's what I
career
was gonna
to
say.
be
Yep.
able to like, especially because I feel like he's only gotten better defensively with every season that
Yeah.
goes by, and I feel like we don't acknowledge how much he's been able to actually adapt to that center role, even if it doesn't seem that he does enjoy it the most.
Hmm.
I definitely think it's him. I think Bam also deserves just based off how he can defend the 1 to 5. So he's also just a very popular choice, I would say.
I was gonna say AD as well. I think again speaking to the Cooper Flag conversation, I think the Mavs are going to be an incredible defensive team with AD, Cooper Flag, Lively, Gafford. They're just going to be hell to play against. And I think that if they do have this like monstrous defensive season that puts them as like a top 4 or 5 even seed in the West with how competitive it is, and him being the leader of that defense, I could definitely see him winning it. Of course, as long as on the off chance that Wemby does not hit the game minimum or doesn't have the monstrous stats he had last season, which is
You
unlikely.
guys actually haven't mentioned till now the second favorite for the award, odds wise.
The second favorite, shall we guess it? Let's think.
I
The
just looked it
second.
up, so I know who it
Oh,
is.
oh. I mean, okay,
Karam.
then I guess there's not really a point. The only other person that could come to mind,
He's also lanky.
also lanky. I mean, that's Mobley. That just sounds like Mobley.
Mobley's top 3, but there's someone
Chet
else.
Holmgren, Chet.
Yeah, yeah,
That
yeah,
again, another situation of when we're talking about defensive player of the year, how much do we want to provide focus towards the flashy stats of blocks and steals against just the pure idea of like how good of a defender they are? Because I love Chet, he's a great defender, but is he a better defender than Bam? I don't believe he's a better defender than Bam. I don't believe that at all. I think Bam is a better defensive player. He can guard 1 to 5. He can guard any version, any type of center, any type of guard, anything. Whereas Chet, honestly, he's I think he's great, but I don't. I would never trust him against the Jokic more than I would trust a Bam. Like
yeah.
I just think that we are sometimes, and I think Wembanyama is a bit of an extra case where he's so extremely good at the blocks where it does make sense. But with someone like Chet, I don't believe Chet is a better defender than some of the people that I mentioned personally.
I mean, I agree. I think that the voters always over index towards winning, which I think is fine. I mean, it's a conversation that we've had about the Ballon d'Or, and I think it's a conversation that we could have about NBA awards or MVP or anything. And I think that if OKC were to have another monstrous season, and Chet, who also has a lot of injury concerns, stays healthy and plays like he did in the playoffs to end the year, then I could definitely see him being that like second place finisher. But I
Mm-hmm.
agree that like if you're going to take each player in a vacuum and see how they guard, 1 through 5, which is very valuable in today's NBA, then I don't think he's the second best defender in the league.
Yeah.
Okay. So now that we've got those two out of the way, a little bit more controversial than I thought, but otherwise pretty straightforward. We have the Sixth Man of the Year award. This is an interesting one because with this one, it's one of the only ones that has a requirement outside of the 65 game minimum where the player has to have been a reserve in X amount of games. I don't know exactly what it is, but you have to kind of determine will this player be a reserve? And also, like, if he's too good, could he play his way into a starting
Mm-hmm.
role? And then
Mm-hmm.
it's like, so you kind of have to find some kind of middle ground here. But Karam, I'll let you go first with this.
You described it perfectly. I remember looking through the list, and I think I came to like 15 different names. And I would say that maybe 14 of the 15 names I ended up determining had too high of a chance to become a starter. Just to run down some names, I'll just only name, I won't mention all 14. But like, for example, I thought after the Jalen Green and Cam Whitmore trades that Reed Shepard had a very big chance to be. I mean, like before them, I thought Reed Shepard was slowly going to get a bigger role and going to have the opportunity to be the sixth man of the year, for example. But then now that Fred VanVleet got injured, right? Now it
Yeah,
looks like he's a starter on the team, so now I took him out. And I
yeah,
had just a bunch of names that were flowing through my mind. I was looking at the Clippers team just due to the amount of players that they had and wondering, is there someone there I could give it to? And then I was thinking about John Collins, and I was almost this close to saying John Collins, and then I looked, and it started to seem like, is him or Derek Jones Jr. going to start? And that also brought even more doubts in my mind. In the end, I ended up landing on Ty Jerome, who's going to be with
That's
the
who I had.
Grizzlies. Yeah,
That's who I had.
so it was now again. This is where another problem comes in and it kicks in, which is about the unreliability of John Morant and with Desmond Bain not even being there anymore.
Yeah.
You run into that similar issue where, of course, they have KCP as well, but you run into that similar issue of is there a chance that John Morant just kind of screws up and then Ty Jerome's a starter for the rest of the year, and now we don't have a sixth man of the year.
Yeah.
I just purely went for him under the basis of John Morant's there. And John actually I went weirdly off the basis. I think John Morant's gonna miss some games, but not enough games. So Ty
Yeah.
Jerome will get to start some games.
Actually, what is the sixth man of the year requirement? Let me try and find that.
Yeah.
But you can keep going.
But no, but I mean, you're just running through all these teams. And you're looking at the Clippers. It's like, do I trust Beal, who would probably come off the bench? I really don't. Do I trust Chris Paul off the bench? I really don't to provide the production that we need for sixth man of the year. Again, no matter where I looked at it, I think there is always going to be shaky, and sixth man of the year is really difficult to determine a lot of the
Yeah.
time. But yeah, I just landed on Ty Jerome because I think he's going to start some games, not enough games, and yeah.
So the rule is that they have to come off the bench for more games than they start, which is actually not as restrictive as I thought it
Mhm.
was. But so pretty much you have to avoid becoming a starter uh, before the halfway point of the season, roughly. Like
Yeah.
if you're the starter by the All-Star break, it's probably okay. Um,
Yeah. Some people intentionally ask to be a reserve for the last couple games then to become a six man of the year contender. That's what I
mm,
mean. Again, weirdly, I chose Ty Jerome, like I said, because I think John Morant's going to miss some games to give Ty Jerome enough games to start and get those stats up, but then leaves Ty Jerome as a bench player to get. So
right,
it's almost like a
right. Yeah,
weird
it's like
mix
you
where.
want to start so that a little bit of games that you get your stats up, but yeah, I mean, I almost think they should only consider games stats from games that where you come off the bench. But then it's like, okay, like if you're on the bench for a minute to start the game, then you come off. Like there's
Mhm.
ways to play with the system. But I also had Ty Jerome. I thought he had a good season off the bench with the Cavs last year, and I think he'll have an expanded role with Memphis this year. I also think Memphis is one of those teams that has had success with their bench players, and so I expect him to be heavily involved, even if he's coming off the bench. Um, and I consider him to be a good player who shot 52% from the field last year, 12.5 points, 2.5 rebounds, 3.4 assists. I'm thinking like if you can get that up to like 16, 17 points off the bench, I think that would be enough to win the award.
Give me Trey Johnson.
Trey Jones. He's gonna win. If he wins sixth man of the year, he's definitely rookie of the year, right?
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Technically.
Is that necessarily like correlated?
I mean, unless Cooper Flag starts and plays really well, but I feel like if you're playing that well off the bench as a rookie, most
Yeah.
years there isn't that much
To
competition.
get sixth man of the year, I think on average you're talking about a person that's almost averaging like 18 to 19 points a game. You'll see
Hmm.
a lot of time. At least we're looking back like Lou Williams and stuff. And in that case, if a rookie is averaging those stats, it's highly unlikely they do not win it. You know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Payson Pritchard won it last year, scoring only 14 points off
Right.
the
Yeah.
bench. So,
I guess there's less competition last year though.
yeah. I still think it should have gone to Malik Beasley. I mean, he had the most 3 points. Maybe at that point they knew about some of his gambling
Hey, hey,
controversies,
hey!
but
He's been cleared. You
I
keep those allegations off my boy. Okay.
was
Relax,
surprised that
man.
he didn't win it. Anyway, let's move on to most improved, which is another weird one. You know, in the NFL, it's the comeback player of the year is their version of most improved, and often it's given to someone who's overcome a nasty injury, which I think is because in the NFL players get injured pretty in a pretty nasty way more often. Uh, but in the NBA, it's usually someone who makes the jump from a role player to a serviceable, starter putting up like 20 plus points a game. So I can start with this one. I had a lot of names written down. I had Kobe White, who I've really liked and I think has been consistently improving over time, almost under the radar, but he just played too well last year. I think he had 21 points a game.
Yeah, he
20,
he was
yeah,
too good. Like I don't know
yeah,
what he could do this year.
yeah. He would have to average like 28. Like he'd
And
have to
even
be.
then, people weirdly don't like they don't give much appreciation towards that as a most improved player. You'll notice
Yeah.
that usually it's a person jumping from 10 to 20, 10 to
Hmm.
25.
I also consider Jalen Duren, who I know you're high on, Karam. I think that this will be his third year. Usually that's when players tend to pop off. He is a little bit younger. He's only 21 for
Mm-hmm.
a third year player. I just think that the Pistons have a lot of solid young players that I don't think he's going to shine as much as maybe he'll need to in order to win the award. Um, Speaking of Pistons players, I also had Osar Thompson. I think that Amen Thompson has been getting a lot more attention than him, probably due to like an expanded role on the Rockets. And I think that if he can like play up to that level, he might have a shot. But the player I did end up going with was last year's Sixth Man of the Year, Peyton Pritchard. And the reason for that is because obviously Jason Tatum is hurt. So I believe Peyton Pritchard will start for them. He had 14 points a game last season on 3.5 assists. I think that the Celtics are going to play much quicker without Jason Tatum. They're
Mm-hmm.
already a huge volume 3-point shooting team, but I think they're going to shoot even more threes this year in order to make up for maybe some of the lost star power. And he is, arguably their best 3-point shooter.
Right.
So I think he'll make up for a big chunk of that missing offense. And so I think he could get to be a 20 plus points a game player, maybe like 2021. And I think that'll be enough to win
Right.
the award possibly.
Now,
Yeah.
I'll say one thing is I really have liked Anthony Simons on the Celtics at the moment, and I think that's the one reason why I would not put Peyton Pritchard. I think Anthony Simons has come in and he's looking even better, weirdly, in the Celtics. I think because of the system that they're putting around him to protect him defensively. And for that reason, I still don't see a world where Peyton Pritchard ends up having enough of a jump. Because to me, in my head, for you to win Most Improved Player after being 14 points a game requires 25. I don't think it requires 23, 22. 25 might even be like you need to officially put yourself in the like a all-star type of conversation when you're talking about a jump like that. Because lots of the time we give it Most Improved Player to someone that averaged like 10 and jumps to like 20, 21, you know? And now my pick, which I am really very, very passionate about because I guess I had him in my fantasy towards the end of last year. It is Matas Buzelis and his second season
Mm-hmm.
in the NBA. The reasons for that is because I think when people look at the stats he'll average this season and compare it to the stats he averaged last season, they'll see a bigger jump, even though it's actually been a lot more gradual than people will realize. Because basically, his last season stats, to give it to you, is 19 minutes a game with 8.6 points, 3.5 rebounds, and 1 assist. I think everyone can admit that's a very like mediocre to not. I don't want to say bad season for a rookie, but we also know that people make a big jump in their second season. Now, he only had 31 starts last season, and in those games, he closed out the year with 13.2% points per game, which already by itself is a 4 point per game jump while just starting. And I think that was, uh, and he had higher like percentages and averages over time. And in the preseason games that we've seen so far, where he's been able to start and like been able to have the offense really run through him, he's been averaging 16 points and 5 rebounds and 1 block a game. That might not already be enough, but that in by itself is a 7 point gap and a 7 point jump. And that's a preseason where I believe he'll take an even bigger jump towards the actual season as we get along. And he's only getting 20 minutes a game. So in the preseason, he's getting 20 minutes a game and averaging 16 points. I believe his minutes will go up during the actual season when they actually start showing their real starters based off the minutes he was playing towards the end of last season. So I think if we're looking at him now playing 28 minutes a game, I think we're looking at a guy that could be averaging 18 to 19 points a game, and that right there is an 11 point per game jump.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like that pick. I haven't considered him. Usually, I'm a little wary of second year players. I don't know. You keep hearing about the sophomore slump, and I feel like that has happened to a lot of star or high potential rookies over the year before they make that jump in their third or fourth season. But I definitely don't think that's a bad shot at all. Last year's winner was Dyson Daniels. He went from 5.8 points a game to 14.1 points a game, but that's with a huge boost in defense. He doubles his steal total from 1.4 to 3. So, yeah, I mean, the bar isn't very low for most improved player. You do need to make a significant a significant jump, and sometimes that can be a little hard to predict. I feel like the Peyton Pritchard pick was the one where it made the most sense to me in terms of like situation, but
Mm-hmm.
definitely a very, very, I guess you could say, safe pick. You know, so we'll see.
Amr,
We'll
just
see
drop
how
me
it goes.
someone random. Just give me a random name. Who do you think is improving, bro?
Yeah. Okay.
Bronny James. You know what it is? I
He's
think
looked terrible in
we
the
need to have a
preseason.
discussion on like when LeBron retires, does Bronny James still have a job? Do you know what
No.
I'm saying? He doesn't have a job.
No,
The guy doesn't have a job. He can't carry the ball. He's a point
no,
guard that can't carry the ball.
I
Well,
think
I mean, you know, like, do you think LeBron's influence disappears when he retires? Probably not. LeBron seems like the kind of guy that's going to want to continue to be involved. And maybe I don't know why the Lakers would continue to accept his influence, but I can see him trying to continue to exert that influence. So maybe he will
Maybe.
keep his job, but most improved, probably not.
But Karam, look, dude, Buzelis has like over plus 6,000 odds. So if you wanna put down like a cheeky,
Who's
tenner,
the
like
favorite, Amr? Who's the favorite?
uh, all websites said Eamon Thompson, Eamon
Amen
Thompson.
Thompson. I don't know. I think that the
Eamon Thompson.
Rockets now with KD and they have a lot of like offensive power. I don't know if Amen's gonna have the kind of offensive like boost that people are expecting or what I think you'd need to win most improved player. I think he can continue to be one of the best defensive guards in the league, but I don't know
But I mean,
about
look, dude,
most
it's like
improved.
I mean, obviously this is like one of the hardest ones to predict. It's like I say that and his odds are plus 1,000.
Right. Yeah, a player that I think if there was a comeback player of the year award, I would definitely bet on him is Lonzo Ball. I think
Mhm.
that he's finally coming back, and this would be like a huge comeback because he's been out for like what 2 seasons now,
Yeah.
and for him to be coming off the bench for the Cavs, like on a team that put out like what 68 wins last season or something crazy,
Mhm.
he could end up playing a big role in them, in their regular season. So that's something I'm just keeping an eye on. Um, okay, let's move on to coach of the year. For this one, I'm going to go with a coach of a team that I think in general is going to have a big boost this season, especially in a very weakened East. And when we do our predictions
Please.
next week, I think I'm going to have them pretty high up. The coach of the Orlando Magic,
Damn it.
Jamal
Damn
Mosley.
it.
What?
Damn it.
Who did you think I was
I
going
thought you were
for?
going for Jamie Bickerstaff. That's my pick.
Oh my
The
god, bro.
Pistons, dude.
I
What
don't
about
know.
JJ?
He definitely had a great. I mean, he was a finalist last year, right?
Yeah.
And so it's not a bad shot at all. But I think that the Magic for me are going to be that team in the East that's going to have like that's going to take advantage of the situation in the Eastern Conference right now, and not to step too much on our predictions next week. So I won't get too specific. I haven't really finalized it yet, but I think they're going to be a top 3 seed in the
I
East,
think
and
the
so
Pistons are going to be a top 3 seed.
they might as well. I mean, honestly, the East is wide open.
They
Who
were
we have the
fifth
Knicks
last
and the
year.
Cavs. The
They were
Knicks,
fifth
Cavs,
last year, bro.
Magic, Pistons.
We only getting
Those could be the
better out
top
here,
4.
bro.
Yeah.
Duran's gonna get better. Cade's gonna get better. I think also Thompson's gonna get better. Jaden Ivey returns from injury. You're talking about a team. They're only on the way up. Okay. Your boys, Wagner. I think he has like the worst 3% in the league or something, bro. Like based off a
They
certain
got
amount of
Desmond
shots.
Bain. I love that. I love that for them. They needed 3-point
Desmond Bain,
shooting.
that guy's
They were the
ditto,
worst.
bro.
They were the worst 3-point shooting team in the league. So for them to trade for that, I love that trade when it happened. And I think they're going to be really good this year.
All right. All right.
Okay. And now
I
for the
think
main event.
you asked me.
Okay, of course. Sorry.
Yeah.
Please.
I think JJ Redick. I think he's gonna play.
Honestly, I was considering it. I was like, do I want to seem like that much of a homer? I do think the Lakers are going to have a good season. Like, big surprise. I think the Lakers are going to
I
have
think the reason why he gets it is that he's gonna play a couple of games.
Okay. That'll be the first time. Well, actually, Bill Russell is a player coach, I think.
No way.
So
I
he
didn't
would
know that was
not
the
be the
thing.
best. He would not be anywhere near the best player coach ever. But it could make the difference for him. Okay. So let's talk about MVP now. For MVP, let's do top three. I went actually, Karam, I'll let you go first. I went first last couple times.
At
Let's
number
let's start
three.
with your third. Yeah, let's start with your third. I'll
At
go.
number three.
Mhm.
Now you might think I'm crazy now. You might think I'm crazy. Because this might be a lot higher than anyone in the world would put this guy. But
Cade
Cade Cunningham.
I knew it. I knew it, bro. I knew
Boom,
it.
boom, boom,
This
boom.
guy, bro.
He's my
Too
favorite. I
predictable.
think he is undoubtedly my favorite player in the league. Bro's just so mature. He just played so well, bro. He's like, whoa, what's
Third, bro. Okay, yeah, he's good, and I could see him I think he could be fifth if he has a really good season. But third, bro, come on.
if I
Who do you kick out of the top three? Because for me, there are well, there are three players that I think should be the top three. So
can I
I'm
be
curious to
honest?
see
Lots
who
of
your
this
other
is
two.
game time decisions right now. And
Yeah,
I didn't know how much of a delusional guy I wanted to be today. And I decided in the last moment
very delusional. Yeah.
that I was
That's what you said.
no. Listen, I just decided I wasn't gonna put
There's three names.
Nico just outside out of my top three. That guy.
Nah, bro, come on. What are we talking about? What are we
Listen,
talking about, bro? He was
listen.
top scorer, Finals MVP, regular season MVP last year. Why would he drop off that hard? I don't.
Because people are pissed that he won, dude. No one wants to see this guy win again, dude.
But outside of the top three, OKC is probably going to be the best team in the league again. He's going to be their top
I don't
scorer
think
again.
so. I don't think so. I think they finished third in the West this year.
He thinks Pistons. That's what he thinks.
Pistons going to win the West. That's what he thinks.
Exactly.
You know what it is? Cade, you know what Cade might do? Cade might just get traded to the West midway through the season, go win the West, somehow resign and get bought out, go there, win the East. He's gonna win both. He's gonna win Eastern Conference best player.
And he'll get
He's gonna win
third.
Western Conference best
All
player.
third.
right. Well, now I really need to hear your second and first if Shea is not in there.
In second place, I got Nikola Jokic. And
All
in
right.
first place, we got Luka Don, Aries, and then LeBron.
You know what I hate about this?
The real big.
We could have had the same top three, bro. We could have, but you messed it up. You messed it up with your freaking Cade Cunningham. All right. I had Jokic second. I think that the Nuggets are going to have a lot more help this season. I think they're going to be a better team than they were last season, which I think automatically makes them one of the favorite teams to win the title because they took OKC to 7 games with a depleted roster. But with that comes, I think, a little bit less of a responsibility for Jokic. He's still going to be by far the most important player, and he's still going to have ridiculous stats, I'm sure. But I think that that'll be enough for the voter fatigue to kick in again and for him to not win the MVP. In third place, I have the reigning, defending MVP, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. I don't understand the disrespect you have for Shea
Why
right
are you
here.
blazing Shea right
There is
now, bro?
absolutely there's absolutely no reason for you to believe he's not going to have another terrific season. He's in the prime of his career. His team is exactly the same as it was last year. And there's just no reason to believe that he's not going to continue to perform well. So I have him in third because in first place, Luka Doncic.
Because we got Luka Don and LeBron, the real big three.
It's Luka's team officially. It's Luka's team officially. LeBron has sciatica, so he's missing the first month of the season. I don't
That's not nice
expect
to
him.
say. That's not nice to say,
I
actually.
don't expect LeBron to play more than half the games this season. I really don't.
Six man,
I think
six
that
man.
he's really trying to preserve his body as much as possible, almost as much as he's trying to preserve that hairline. And I think that he's yeah. So it's Luka's team. He's in shape. We all saw that Men's Health magazine article. Maybe stared at it for a little too long. I don't know. And he's going to lead this team to many victories off some ridiculous stats, and he's going to be back with a vengeance. So yeah, I have Luka Doncic as our 2025-2026 NBA regular season MVP, and inshallah final MVP as well. But we'll get to that next week. All right, so that'll conclude our NBA segment. Amr, do you have any zags for us with the MVP?
I went JJ Redick for Coach of the Year, and I went Bronny for Most Improved.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go
So
Luka.
Luka,
LeBron
not
for MVP.
LeBron James. Yeah.
LeBron James for MVP?
No,
Hey,
he has
man.
Luka as well. Where it's clean sweep on Luka. I was wondering when the delusion was going to set back in. We've been a little bit more reasonable these last few weeks, but I don't think it's too wild. I think that
Yeah,
he
Cade
definitely
third
could.
makes sense.
What happened to Giannis, dude? Where's
Uh,
Giannis?
Giannis, I would not be upset if someone put him in their top 3 preseason. Like he's going to
I feel like I haven't heard about him like in a
be
minute.
such a dominant force. He's just like the Bucks are just not going to be very good this year, and there's been a lot of trade talks, but and I just don't see, like, let's say the Bucks are like a 7 seed or something. I just don't see him winning MVP. Jesus, what do you?
Bro, they literally just got Miles Turner, bro. They're decent. Like, damn.
Decent.
Like,
Next week,
what?
next week,
No,
next
they're
week.
not decent. Okay, yeah, we'll get to it next week. All right, let's take a break, and then let's do this Premier League starting 11 segment. I hope it goes a little smoother than this one. All right, see you guys there. All right, so as we mentioned, this is how it's going to work. We're going to take turns picking players from teams that show up on this randomizer, and we're going to try and create the best starting 11 possible. And
1 through 3.
I'm going to win, and then we'll see how Amr and Karam do. Okay, how should we... Karam, do you want to go first? We'll do you first, Amr second, me third to start, and then we'll just
Sure.
change up the order.
Do research to prepare for this.
What?
Absolutely.
What did you
So
say?
Ahmed had to.
Yeah, of course. I'm trying to win. Also, I don't know who to pick from Wolves, bro. Come on. All right, let's go.
Me too.
All right, let's do
Put him
this.
third on the most.
Yeah, I know, right? This could be a disaster. All right, spinning. Let's see how it goes. All right, Karam, you lucky boy. The first team that showed up on this wheel is Liverpool. So you have the first pick from Liverpool.
Thank you. Yo, Loki, not an easy one.
There's actually, I would argue this is the worst one to get first pick in because everyone has a good pick here.
Yeah, that's fair. Honestly, I thought it had stopped at Man City. So, but yeah, go ahead.
Listen, off of legacy, I just got to go for Salah. Like, I'm not gonna bat around this.
You do. Kind of stinks to see.
Salah is going to be your right wing.
My Muslim brother, by the way, for people when they have to decide who had the best form. My Muslim brother.
Oh, now you switch it up, yeah?
You are actually the biggest Salah hater I've ever met in my life, bro.
يا أخي, I could find him in Jum'ah, bro. ما شاء الله, تبارك الله.
So Salah is going to be your right wing, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. By the way, I was mainly doing this based on. I mean, we can do it however you guys can pick however you guys want to pick, but I'm mainly doing this based on what I've seen this season. But Salah
What?
is not a bad pick, you know.
What? Tell me what you've seen about Crystal Palace this season. Tell me what you've seen about Leeds. Tell me what you've seen about
I've done
Sunderland.
my research, even if I haven't watched them a ton. All right, Amr, go.
Okay, so obviously for me, there's a couple picks. I think based on availability across the whole league, I'm gonna go with big ponytail BVD at center back, Capitano.
Okay.
I don't like how you said that. I don't like how you said big ponytail.
Yeah.
Sounded weird. Sounded like you were trying to.
Okay, that's a good pick. All right. I'm gonna go with.
For me, there's two more players, like in my opinion, and then we can talk about some more.
Yeah. Well, actually, I would say 3.
I think there's two obvious ones for me. I guess there's a third.
So I want to leave
There's a
my.
third.
I want to leave my left wing open, and so I'm gonna go with A.K.A. A.K.A. at striker.
You
I
went for
really
the
like how he's.
striker, dude. Interesting.
I like how he started this season, and I think this is going to age really, really well.
You want to know something? That's not even the striker at Liverpool I would have chosen.
Really?
Isak, yeah, I would say that.
Really?
But I guess off this season, I hear it. I mean,
I really like how he started. I think he's pretty solid.
I'll say for my first pick, I was actually considering between Van Dijk, Gravenberch, and Salah.
yeah. See, I was thinking Gravenberch, and then I was also thinking for me, Wirtz, he hasn't done enough this season, and then Alisson, I thought like he's still, in my opinion, if we're talking about legacy, especially like arguably the best keeper of the last like.
Yeah, but I like a lot of keepers in the Prem personally.
For me, basing on this season, I thought he's been the second best striker this season in the league. So
Fair enough.
All right, so now the way that it works is I am third or second.
Let's go in order of how I see you guys in front of me, so it doesn't get confusing. So yeah, you'd be third. So Amr will be first. I'll be second. You'll be third. Okay. So let's spin this wheel. The thing is, the teams don't disappear when I spin it, and so it gets a little.
You see, Karam again with Gravenberch. I was also thinking there's a lot of midfielders.
DMs though.
DMs, like again, midfield you can play with midfield. Like I still think there are some DMs. You can.
All right, Amr. Your first pick is going to be from Sunderland FC. Not a bad season for them so far, yeah.
Okay, you know who I'm going with?
Who?
I'm going at right back, Mukiele.
Fair enough.
Right back. Okay.
Even though I was thinking, I'm not gonna give you guys any thoughts.
Okay. Yeah, come on, bro. Help me out a little bit.
Oh, damn it!
You're finished. It's set in. It's set in.
I want someone else now that I think about it.
Okay.
I don't think this is who you were gonna go for, but I'm going to take in the midfield.
Yeah.
A legend of the game has been playing his career backwards. Granit Xhaka.
Yeah, fair. That's the one that I kind of regretted, to be honest. He had like a complete resurgence. Like I would say, towards the end at Arsenal, at Leverkusen, and then even now at Sunderland. Honestly, captain, dude. That's captain.
Yeah.
What a beast.
Now you guys have left me third pick at Sunderland. Okay.
There's a couple.
The person I will go with is a guy that lots of La Liga fans complained about his signing, actually, due to financial fair play reasons. And it's Omar Alderete.
I have him too. Alderete.
Omar Alderete. I just feel like it's the only pick I could really like.
Wait. So he's a
your center back, right?
I'm gonna play him at center back. He plays full back as well, left back as well. But
Ahmad. I'm just gonna write Ahmad.
He's He's not. Where's he from? He's not out of. He's
He's
from South America.
Paraguay.
Yeah.
Where was he?
Okay.
Getafe?
He's at Getafe, yeah.
Yeah, Getafe. Yeah, I remember him.
There was a complaint about how the fact that they needed to sell their best defender because of it.
For
But you
me,
guys
and
are not gonna believe this.
what?
And with my first pick, I get the luxury pick from Wolverhampton
Oh, dude,
Wanderers.
I actually don't have a third pick.
Oh yeah, that kind of puts you in a weird situation. But I think I'm just gonna go with their goalkeeper who's been super solid this season, Johnston. I'm just gonna get that off the board.
Dude,
I feel like a
I'll be
keeper
real.
is
I thought it
not a
was still
bad
Jose
shot.
Saw, dude. I thought it was still Jose Saw. Like, I'll be so real.
Yeah.
He's
I'm just-
he's been playing really well based on what I've been like. They've been terrible, but like they haven't. How many goals have they conceded? And honestly, like when I'm like, okay, I have to pick from Wolves. Let me just take a goalkeeper. They're all like, the average goalkeeper is not that bad.
For me, so I think, listen, I know Amr knows what's going on here, right? Their
Karam.
best player is striker by quite a mile.
Yeah.
Now, the problem is, do I want my striker to be him in the league of so many great strikers? Instead, I will shift for the two people I had constantly rotating in my FPL last season, and I'm deciding between Andre and Joao Gomez.
Mm.
The one that ended up performing better for me last season was Joao Gomez, so I'm just going to go with him, to be completely blunt.
Okay. In midfield, yeah? Center mid?
Yes. I think he's a CM. He's CM plus CM. He plays a double pivot. I'm just putting him
Yeah,
CM.
he plays double pivot with Andre. So I can't do any research, right?
You can go
Yeah.
ahead. I did a bunch of research ahead of time, so if you want
I can do a
to,
quick little.
you can look
let's
at
look at
their
the league.
squad list in case you're playing.
I'm being so real right now, dude. Wolves is like the last thing on my mind. I was gonna go Andre and then just hope that I can sub him out at the end.
Yeah.
Doherty's not been bad, but I already have a right back.
Wait, to confirm, are we
Yeah.
doing 4-3-3 or whatever formation we end
No,
up with?
4-3-3.
Okay,
4-3.
so one
4-3-3
striker.
leaves enough room there for you to be able to change who the midfielders are, but it should
Yeah,
be
your
4-3-3.
striker is pretty much set in stone though.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Andre in center mid and just hope for the love of God I can sub him out at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Because Strand Larson, I don't want to take away my striker spot, to be honest.
Same.
All right, so we're back to Karam with the next verse.
I've had back-to-back picks of Joao Gomez and Omar Alderete. Okay? This is cooked at the moment.
And
I have two people I want to sub off.
I don't think it's gonna get any better for you, bro. You get to take the first pick from Brighton and Hove Albion.
Ooh.
At Brighton.
Interesting.
Ooh, man, I don't. So when I look at that team, there are certain players I like, but I don't want them to occupy those positions. I will end up going with Mitoma and my left winger. That Mitoma is that only logical decision if it comes from my mind.
That is what I wanted, dude.
In a league, by the way, that left wingers don't feel like they come in abundance. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they really don't. Okay, I'm gonna go with at DM Baleba. I'm gonna go with Baleba.
Very, very wanted by Manchester United over the summer.
And I think last season he was a beast. To be honest, I haven't been keeping up too much this season, but last season he was on fire. Crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, so thought I had another Brighton player on here, but I think what I have to do. Oh man, only Ansu Fati was still on the team, huh? Okay, I'm gonna. Oh man, I'm gonna have a terrible attack, but I'm gonna go with their other winger on the right, Mente.
Yeah. He's pretty decent.
Yeah.
I was thinking, your center backs aren't the worst. Like even a Lewis Dunk. Like a Veltman.
It's one of those where you can kind of like burn a position in kind of thing. But honestly, I was also thinking of who the guy that's been playing a lot this season as well. I'm trying to remember. I think Rutter. Rutter's been playing striker for them. No, has Rutter been taking over the spot? I'm pretty sure he has.
Maybe, I don't know.
I believe Rutter's been playing instead of Welbeck up top. So I can look up right in his last game.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
But yeah.
Okay.
Dude, so far I have a midfield two of Andre and Baleba.
We just haven't been getting good teams to start this off, but let's see. Amr, you get the first pick.
All right, come on, give me a stinker.
Gonna be Tottenham.
Tottenham.
Wow.
Tottenham. Okay, let me think about this. So what comes to mind is actually mainly their defense. And they also have some attacking options. Under Thomas Frank, not really. Adogi, he's not really played this year. He's also the left wing back mainly. Midfield, there's a couple. I'm torn between a defender and a midfielder. I don't think I'm gonna go with an attacker. I mean, arguably he's an attacker. I'm gonna
Make your decision. Stand on it.
I'm gonna go with who I think has been an absolute beast this season, and it wasn't helping playing under Ange Ball, and he's less injury prone than his other guy.
Suspense is killing me.
I'm gonna go with Romero.
Yeah,
Romero. That was gonna be my pick, bro. What the hell?
Okay. So
No,
am I
it's
second now?
me. It's me now. It's me now.
Okay.
I'm the second pick. God damn it! I wanted Romero so bad. I already took a right winger. You guys help me out here. Just answer me one question, all right? What positions is Kudus playing?
I will allow you to put him, and Karam, you can confirm this or not, either as a cam or a right winger.
I already have
I
a
agree.
right winger.
Yeah.
He should not play otherwise.
I guess kind of strikerish, but not really.
All right, I'll just take him and put him in my midfield.
All right.
Okay, now people that come to my mind when I look through this team is there are three decisions here. The biggest name, Xavi Simons.
Of course. I
Yeah.
might have actually done him ahead of Kudus, but
Yeah. Now, the player that I think has had a great start to the season, Van de Ven, the partner. The third person who's had the best start, I think, for this team has been Palhinha.
fair enough.
Now, it's based off that, and I can't lie, based off the names I've got on my sheet right now, I kind of want some big boy right here, okay? But where can Xavi Simons play?
I will also give you winger and cam. Really.
That's fair.
I will go for Xavi Simons. I'll go for Xavi Simons.
Yeah,
I'll go for
to be
Xavi.
honest, you have to come.
So you're putting
You
him in your midfield, yeah?
Yeah, I was just worried about my current center back being Alderete, and I was like, maybe I do want to get a solid player
Yeah,
in there,
Van de
but
Ven here more. Palhinha would have been for me like a fries in the bag. Like I know he had a great start to the season, but fries in the bag, dude. Fries
he's
in
right now playing their best player.
Yeah, as
Right
like
now-
a breaker, yeah, it's like how he was at Fulham. It's like breaking up in the midfield. But like for me, it's like you're not convincing anyone you got Palhinha. Like, no one's moved by that one.
Yeah.
God damn it. Okay, so I get the first pick from Man City, and I
Ooh.
already have a striker.
Guess who's number 2 this time? It's me.
Oh, dude.
Wait, I can't move Ekatike to the wing or something.
The rules were put in. You're not allowed to move people.
Ahmed, I will allow you to play Holland as center mid if you want.
Bro, stop it. Alright, fine, whatever. I'm up.
Nah,
Let's see.
man, this is some BS. Come
Oh,
on.
yeah, that's done.
I think what I want to go with, but it's gonna make my It's gonna make my midfield very attacking.
Jacka can sweep, dude. Don't worry. Whoever you
But
want.
Jaka, and then I have Kudus, who's like very attacking.
I swear I'll let you play Jack wherever you want. Shift him wherever you want. Zay him in deck, wherever you want, bro. I'm fine with it. You can do whatever you want. There's no obligation.
I'm such a lucky little knob.
Okay, I'm
Yeah.
gonna take Guardiola at left back.
Bears. At left back, fair.
Now this is a tough decision, boys.
Shush,
Whatever,
man.
bro.
This is a tough-
I'm already writing him in, bro. Just stop it.
What? You're writing in Scott Corson, bro. Joking.
He said it.
Yeah, no take backs.
That's just man. Alright,
Alright, I'm between two people. I'm torn between finishing off my midfield with the Reinders
Yeah.
and big 6'9", whatever he is, Donnarumma.
Ooh.
And honestly, I know we kept saying we like keepers. But you never know if we're going to get a keeper, to be honest.
Mhm.
Knowing which teams are left, I'll back. Dude, but no, you guys are going to get keepers.
Decision.
Let me
Yeah,
think,
bro, you're
man.
putting me to
Relax
sleep.
yourself.
God, bro.
Not all of us land to Holland at second.
Nah, bro, it's a tough decision still.
I'll go with just shore up that defense. I'll go Donnarumma.
Yeah, I would have gone with that. Now, I guess an interesting one that I'm sure, by the way, I wouldn't have taken him over, but did you not consider at any moment like Rodri? I know injury wise he looks trash. since
Yeah,
coming
he's
back.
injured, and I've been basing it based
Wrong.
on like this season. So
And the fact that he got re-injured.
Yeah. Okay, I hear. I'll just ask him. I knew it. He was another interesting one just purely because he looked good when he was healthy, but then he got injured.
all right, Karam, your first pick is going to be from Fulham.
Fulham. Okay. I think I will just fill out my fullback spot with Anthony Robinson.
Okay.
Ya Nandan, ya Habibi, ya.
So Anthony Robinson at right back, left back.
Yep.
Okay, Amr.
Go
You got this, buddy. Don't worry. Amr, you need to be a little bit more decisive, you know.
I mean, not all of us have like a spreadsheet ahead of time. I'll go with it will be in midfield.
It will be in midfield. Okay, and I'm gonna fill out my fullback position with Tete.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know if there's much options. I think like I do like Leno as a keeper. That was one of my only other considerations. Was just like I do rate him. It's not the highest though, but yeah, that was really my only consideration.
All right, Amr, you get the first pick from Everton FC.
Way. Alright, so all I have left are my front three and the left back. I don't want to be first at Everton.
I mean, your front three, like, yeah, there's names, and there's so many, bro. Like,
I guess
why are you laughing? Why are you laughing?
there's
The best
one
assist.
guy. There's one guy where I'm like, okay, he's decent. Like when I watch him play.
There's two people that are decent. What are you talking about?
Oh, Who
Yeah.
you got? I'll
Yeah.
go with Jackie. Jackie Grealish.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
We're-
Ahmed.
Amr, were you thinking of
I
Ndai?
left my left wing
Huh?
open for Jack Grealish.
Amr, Ndai was your
Yeah.
other person that you
Yeah.
were. Yeah. Okay.
I
In my
forgot.
opinion, I do think Ndai is the better player of the two.
Yeah, I mean that's why I didn't even think about Grealish. But Ahmed, I mean, look, if we're gonna do trades, if you give me like a Vardio, you could have Jack.
No, I don't want him that bad. I'm going to take.
You don't want him that bad. Like you don't give a damn about him, dude.
Oh man, I'm debating because I need a more defensive midfield kind of player. But at the same time, there aren't a lot of great left wings left, right?
Dude, I'd love to see the paper he's holding, because like he has just a depth chart of all 20 teams per position. Or, like, how's-
No. Okay. I'm going to take. Yeah, I think I have to. Given. Yeah, I'm gonna take Ndai. I'm gonna take Ndai.
But where?
Left wing.
Ndai?
Yeah,
Is he a left wing?
he is.
He can play there. He can. We can allow it. He can.
I would say,
Yes.
but that's
What
like
he
minus points. Like, well,
Bro,
he's
why?
left wing.
He is. What would you say he is?
I would say he's more of a cam striker.
plays. He used to play as a 10 for us from the wings.
Yeah.
He
I
started
would say
there.
I
more
don't
of
think
a,
it's that wild, bro. If you want to ping,
When I tell you this is the easiest decision of my life, you listen to me, okay?
I wrote it.
Give me England's number one keeper. Performances at the Euros, at the World Cup. Unbelievable. Arguably a top three keeper of the last. Bro, don't take my shine.
Sit down. Sit down.
Bro,
take my
Keep your
shine.
shit on. Keep your shit on.
That's triggering me, bro. Take my shine. I won't say anything in case he listens to it, but all right. I'll tell you guys later.
All right.
Okay, let's go with the next one. I get the first pick, of course. I get the first pick from the worst team in the goddamn league, West Ham. Oh man. Okay. I didn't want to take another attacking midfielder, but I feel like I have to now. I'm gonna take Paqueta.
Okay.
wait, so can you please read me your midfield again?
Paqueta, Xhaka, Kudus.
Yeah, so do you know what's going on here? We got two tents. We got two people playing up here, yeah? We got two people. And we got Jacka just sweeping the whole pitch. So who do you think Jack is? Do you think will you be able to afford an extra lung? That's my only question. Will you be able to afford to do a transplant mid-game to help save Jacka, bro?
Bro, I'm about to pick incredible center backs, bro. Don't even worry about it.
Wow. So that's gonna save you. That right there is gonna save you.
I'm gonna shore up my defense.
Okay, for me, so looking at the positions I have left, I have center back, right back, CDM. I could go for the ex-Barsha boy, Todibo, but I'm not going to do that because I'm not dumb. So the person I will be going for, to be honest, is lockdown defense. Lock him down, Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Come on, Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Dude, I don't know. Like, I don't know what I could do, you know?
No,
I
for
was
me,
going to go for Ward Prowse.
I
Yeah.
didn't even know this guy
I'm
was
very happy
alive.
with it. He's had an amazing start to the season. Tajid Youth at left back.
That's a good thing.
Fair enough. But for me, is Wan-Bissaka injured right now? I think he is. I believe Wan-Bissaka is injured right now, which is why he's not been playing. But you know what? You know what I saw? I saw Somerville. He was doing an interview, yeah? Just remember this for the people that are listening. Somerville did an interview. He said the best defender at the club, Wan-Bissaka. All my life. That's what he said.
I mean,
I'll take
he
my-
was 1-on-1. He's crazy, but then he's like, it looks like he's playing in jeans.
Hey, last year he played well.
Karam.
He just got his first.
What about this year? What about this year?
Bro, you know what I mean, though? Like, he was just playing for DR Congo and
My
he won.
defense is so solid, and then the midfield just takes a crap.
All
Yeah,
right,
my
you're getting
Yeah.
the first pick from Crystal Palace.
Okay, I have a center back and I have a DM. Ideally, the two options here for me is just it's simple. It's Wharton or Gahey. Based off, let me tell you what Gahey has done for England in his games. He's provided 2 assists, and the game before that, a goal and an assist. This guy, he's a center back doing that. Of course, I'm gonna go for
I mean,
Mark
not
Gahey.
just for England. He's been on fire for Palace as well.
He's been on fire, fire, fire.
I
If
needed
Liverpool
that,
had
bro.
Gahey right now, there's an argument to be said that Liverpool's career, season right now, could be going a different path with Gahey. So
I needed that, bro. It's tough. All right, Amr.
Easy, big, black, bold, John Deep Neteta.
by the way, honestly, Amr, the way he talks about this guy,
For
it's actually
real.
genuinely the way he talks about his bald head. You know what? It was like 3 a.m. the other day, and I just heard him call me and said, "Bro, I've been thinking about Mateta, bro." You know what I'm saying?
It's never happened.
Oh man, you guys have put me in a tough position here.
See what you got? You got a center back. That's it, or oh,
I
you got two center-
need 2 center backs. Yeah.
Oh.
This is so bad, bro. Can either of their fullbacks play center back?
No.
no.
There's one clear choice here for their center back, in my opinion. There's one clear choice. They have one good guy that's been
I
playing.
mean, there's
He's
one guy I'm
Boston.
thinking of. Just want to make sure he's still there.
He's still there, the guy
I
I'm
don't even know who this.
Chad
The guy Amr played in the German league. The guy that played in the German league before.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's him.
He's still there.
Ahmed, you had spreadsheets and you still can't find the name on the sheet, bro. What are you talking about? It's the extra research.
I didn't think it would get to this point. Okay, I'm going to take
Caught a vibe. Caught a vibe, Ahmed.
what?
Caught a vibe. If you know, you know.
I don't
Caught a
know.
Maybe are you coming for the ride? The ride. I just want to look into you. I just want to stay for the night. Alright. Hey, Albert, we're getting copyrighted. Stop. Why'd you sing?
I know my
Okay,
voice. is
I'm
too
gonna
active.
take LaCroix.
Oh
I
come on! You
remember
gotta say
him-
his name properly, bro.
Lacroix.
Lacroix.
I'm just
LaCroix.
saying it like you say the drink, but yeah, I remember his card from FIFA, so at least I recognize the name. Okay.
Okay. Wait, am I first pick?
Who just? I was just third pick, so Amr's first pick. No,
Damn it. Wait, you have a DM? Do
you
have a
were
midfield
just first pick, Karam.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
The
So
greed.
now-
This is the greed that
Yeah,
they talk
I know.
about.
All right, so we're gonna have to fill out our team.
Please,
The
Chelsea.
last
Please.
player with Brentford.
I tell you what, I'll take it.
I don't think they play with right wingers. I genuinely don't think they play with a right wing.
But Hammer, I think I can allow I guess kinda Shade. Like Shade is a winger.
Bro, if you
He's
allow
playing-
Shade, let's guess.
I would personally allow Shade,
Reece
even though
Nelson.
he's like a. I would not be mad against Shade.
There's Otara, but he's not really starting games. Alright, man. I mean, if we're allowing Shade, I'm putting Shade.
Shade.
Yeah, I think he's played on both, so
Alright. That's my team. A bit nasty.
Is it-
I mean,
I
defensive.
think
I gotta take a center back, so I guess I'll go with Vandenberg.
Vandenberg,
Okay.
yeah. First.
I've got my DM position open, and all I'm gonna say, you might try to hate on this pick, but he's actually been class to start the season.
Jordan.
He has the skipper of England. Okay, you know what it is. Let me tell you guys something about me. Yeah,
No,
I
no,
really
wait.
do just having captain my team. Okay, I really do. So having Pickford and having big man Jordan Henderson, it's meant to be. You know, like we're running it back. It's coming home. All of that stuff. You know what I'm saying, bro? It's just Henderson, big Jordan. You know what it is? He got his bread, Saudi, got his bread around. You know what I'm saying? Just came back to the Prem. Just a quick vacation thing.
All right, and the sub that we get, and I get the first pick, is from Burnley.
Wait. Am I not wrong? I'm saying the way the sub works, each of us gets a separate team.
Yes.
Oh. Wait, then we should respin. We should respin.
No.
Bro, I don't want Burnley, bro. Come on.
No, but well, I was gonna say that. By the way. That is how it works.
Okay, what do I need help in?
Bro, come on, Burnley, bro. You're gonna sub out the Burnley player.
Well, bench him. Bring him into the club and stay on the bench. You're not stepping out the field. Tell him you're staying back in the training ground. That's what you're telling him.
There's only one guy I can think of.
How is Josh Cullen?
I don't know who that is.
You know what it is, Ahmed? I will tell you, they have Kyle Walker. Who's your right back?
No, I don't. I have Tete at right back.
Fair.
What?
You do you. You do you. Like,
Either. Bro, you know he just dropped Tete, yeah? He dropped Tete like he just said Salah or Holland, by the way. Bro, I can't sub him out, bro. He said, bro, I've got Tete back at right back. I can't move that guy. Relax, bro.
All right, I'll sub in Kyle Walker. What up?
I mean, yeah. Kind of have to.
Kyle Walker's been good. Kyle Walker's been good.
He's alright. Like he's playing in Burnley in it. The other guys that in my fantasy, Jaden Anthony's like crazy points in midfield.
Yeah, I had him down here, but like my left wing is in Daya. I feel like it's not.
Yeah, it's not an upgrade. I think
Yeah.
we've got like a bit more balance to your midfield, maybe, but like it's also not an upgrade. I would say.
Okay, so when we do this spin, if we get the same same team that we've had before, do we respin
Respin.
on the sub? Huh?
Respin. Yeah, without replacement.
Wait, who's this for now?
Karam, you pick from Leeds.
La ilaha illallah.
Calvert-Lewin, DCL, put him up top
Instead of Holland.
instead of Holland.
I'll be real. There's some research needs to go into this one because like
I'm trying to think.
All right. In the meantime, I'm gonna spin for Amr, since we're not picking from. All right, Amr, your sub comes from Newcastle United.
Okay. Okay.
can I tell you what I'm gonna
I
do?
think
Yeah,
mine is pretty clear.
I'm gonna listen. What I'm gonna do? I'm gonna draft Okafor and tell him to go back home because I don't want to see him. Okay, that's what's gonna.
Okay. Amr.
I don't want to go to the
I'll
training
go.
ground.
I'll
No
go.
sub.
I'll go instead of Andre. I'll go Bruno G.
Okay.
Do you know how sad it is? I couldn't get a player better than Omar Adarete, bro. I couldn't get a player better than like Joao Gomez, bro.
All right, so we
All
have
right.
our final.
We have our final teams. I'll read them out. Okay. So Karam. In goalkeeper, you have Pickford. Who I feel like if I had to guess who would end up on Karam's team, it would be between Pickford and DCL probably, but Pickford makes sense. At right back, you have Juan Bissaka. Your center backs are Alderete and Guehi. Your left back is Anthony Robinson.
Solid defense.
Fullbacks on life support.
Your midfield players are Joao Gomez, Xavi Simons, and Jordan Henderson.
Wait. Why are you laughing? Ahmed, I swear you've got like. You laughing, bro. Wait. Now, I need you to announce my front three. I need you to announce it. Don't just say it. Announce it. Announce it. Okay?
The front three is Salah, Holland, Matoma. Okay.
What? No. I'm doing it again. My front three. The Egyptian king, the Muslim brothers. Alhamdulillah.
I
I got
believe
him on
this
my
switch up
team.
on Salah. It's insane.
Salah. MashaAllah. By the way, they just qualified for the World Cup. I'm so proud for my Egyptian brothers and sisters. Okay? At left wing, we've got the man that went to university just to do some math on how the ball moves. Matoma. And that striker, the Nordic meat shield, best striker in the world, Bun Harry Kane. Erling Holland. Guess what? Norway, they're going to the World Cup as well. Amazing. Only he could do it. Best striker in the world. Thank you.
All right, Karam's done
Ahmed, I would
ranking
like my
himself.
team announced in reverse. From attack.
Okay. Okay, your front three are Shade, Mateta, and Jack Grealish.
Yes, sir. In form of his life.
Wait,
Party Jack.
I don't know if they heard me. Shade, Mateta, and Jack
You
Grealish.
can skip the shade part. I just trying to take the baller low key, but
In midfield,
midfield
Baleba, Bruno Guimaraes, and Iwobi.
and nephew of Okocha. Thank you very much. Nephew of Okocha is how I'd like him announced.
You're going by relations nowadays, dude.
Your
You know,
defense
by relations nowadays, bro.
at right
Pickford son of
back,
Don or something, bro. Relax yourself. Leave people's parents alone.
at right back, Mukiele. Center backs, Van Dijk and Romero, pretty solid center back pairing. And at left back, Diouf. Goalkeeper, Big Gianluigi Donnarumma.
You know what it
That's
is?
his
You know
first
what
name,
it
right?
is?
Gianluigi, or is that like, did I just say that because he's
Yes,
Italian?
Gianluigi, yes.
Okay.
You know what it is about? You know what it is about my team? We ain't losing. That's for sure. Because we ain't conceding. We might draw lots of games.
Hey, I've got fullbacks that'll lock your down, bro. You'll leave them in the back at home, bro.
All right. Now, my team, who I think is the most well balanced, put it that way.
Well done.
Well, bounce is bad. Yeah. Go on.
At goalkeeper, Johnston. Right back, who I've subbed in for Tete, is
Isaiah Johnson conceded 25 so far.
is multiple-time Premier League champion Walker. Center backs, Lacroix, and Van den Beek.
By the way, can I tell you something? You know what it is? Ahmed learned half of the names of the team today. That says enough.
At left
Van
back,
den Beek and Lacroix.
Guardiola. My midfield, we're going to score a lot of goals. Paqueta, Xhaka, and Kudus. I think I have the best midfield. Like, no joke.
Ahmed, you have a midfield that isn't going to play midfield.
I have the best midfield.
You have the best names. But your
Bro,
balance
you're
is
telling
like,
me Iwobi, Baleba,
No.
and Bruno Guimaraes
Yeah.
are gonna...
No,
No,
but
come
point
on.
is, I'll give you names. But your midfield's looking like Sid from Ice Age, dude. It's like this. The cams are
Unbelievable.
all the way up here, dude.
Unbelievable.
Ahmed, by the way, your cams are practically wingers. You're playing with a weird.
And Jack is
I
just
couldn't, bro. I got unlucky. How am I supposed to? Like, I got the first pick, bro. I got the first pick on West Ham and Wolves and Man City, but I couldn't take Holland.
That's your fault.
It's ridiculous. Okay, and then in attack,
Let me tell you something, yeah? I heard when Xhaka signed for your team, he got life insurance with it. That's what's happening, dude.
let me finish my team. In attack, right wing Mente, striker Ekatike, and left wing Indai.
Caleb, you know what it is. You know what it is. We announced your team back to front, mine front to back. Ahmed's just don't even announce it, dude. You shouldn't even have
Bro,
it.
what are you talking about? I have an amazing midfield.
Your two center backs, you learned their names today.
No, I know. I knew Lacroix from FIFA when he played at Wolfsburg. I remember him.
Lacroix, yeah? Lacroix. What do you think this is, lacrosse, fam? Relax.
Lacroix. All right. So comments below on who the best team is.
I'm telling you, try
And,
doing it with fourth pick. See what team you can make. It'd be
All right.
interesting.
I need to go. I'm getting a nice haircut to shore this up a little bit. And we'll see you guys next week for some more NBA predictions. And we're going to have to think of another gimmick so I can redeem myself here as well.
Also, preview of Classico.
That's true. We'll preview a Classico. All right. I'm Ahmad. With me have been Amr and Karam. We are the A.K.A. podcast. Peace.